Hey everybody, welcome back. So, it's been a while since I've been here. Sorry for the wait, but I've been waiting for CIG to come out with a new ship, and they did. In fact, sort of came out with two. We're gonna get the first one taken care of this week. We're gonna work towards the second one. Might take me a little bit. I do have other things to do, but I'll try. But without further ado, it is the Anvil F7c Hornet Mark II. Oh yeah. Now we remember the Mark I. Certain versions of it were not our favorites. Namely, the tracker was not one of my favorites. But it's okay, because the Mark II makes up for all of that, honestly. It's stronger. I believe it's even a little bit faster.
Yeah.
I could be wrong there. We'll check the Urkel later. Definitely has nice big gun hardpoints. Those are rhinos. Rhinos. Yum. Love me some rhinos. But as you kind of figured out, it's definitely kind of a fighter ship. Even though this is the civilian version. Hence the C in it. The F7c. The other version that you can get of this, if you work towards it by doing the little event that's going on right now, is the F7a, which is the military version. There's really only a slight difference in, I believe, the military, or I believe in the missile rack. This one, it starts out with the base paint of blue. You do have another option of color in the war bond, but there's also other paint jobs too, obviously, as there is with most ships. As the other Hornet does, when it's in its landed mode, it does this little swept back wing thing to fold them in just a little bit, make it easier to pull in and out of your bay, even though the door is plenty big enough on all the bays to be able to let this thing in and out with the wings open. There's not really much to talk about with the outside of the ship, except it does have a slightly more sleek design altogether, a little more of a fighter look, even when the wings are out. Kind of has more of a skinny profile there. Let's go ahead and hop in this thing here, enter the pilot seat. Give it a second for the door or the cockpit to shut there. There we go, the canopy, I mean. Go ahead and start it on up. Alright, let's get the door open. While we're waiting for all this to happen, the door to open and everything, we'll go ahead and take a look around the ship here on the inside. And the first thing we notice is we only have 2 MFDs. This is problematic to me. I like having at least 3. But we got 2, and we do have this little radar in the middle. It's a 3D radar, I believe. Yeah, that's definitely 3D radar. Not that it really matters that much. But let's go ahead and drag around and see what we can find in the cockpit here to play with, button-wise. See anything over here? It does do the little thing like it's trying to press something, but it's not. All we have right here is exit ship. Open exterior, press to unlock. Eject in the middle. What's over here? Anything over here? Power. And engine power. Anything up here? Doesn't look like it. It's actually surprisingly small number of buttons for a ship that just came out. Not gonna lie. It's kind of interesting. But we'll go ahead and take off here.
Takeoff complete.
Get pulled out. It is a quick little boy. It's not the fastest or anything, but it's pretty quick. Change the view so you can see what it looks like. Put the landing gear back out so you can watch the animation there. Put it back in. Yeah. Now, it flies pretty nice. It flies really nice in space, but it flies pretty nice in Atmo. It's not super great in Atmo, but it's pretty decent. It'll actually work, as long as you remember to actually slow down for turning. Like if you do fly this thing like dogfight in Atmo, which you probably will. Let's face it, you will. Get the burner on the turn. Yee-hoo. Let's go down here real quick. Not that I'm actually going to run this track or anything. I'm just going to kind of take it down into this little area. Whoops. Uh-oh. Well, it survived that, which is nice. Try not to blow it up. We'll just go ahead. We'll get out of there. Just go ahead and get out of there. It flies pretty nice in Atmo, but, you know, it's got little quirks to it, so be careful. Atmo does kind of hit it in the teeth, at least here on our ice and speed. But once you get it out of Atmo, it goes pretty good. We'll get the actual numbers later, when we do the Earth. In fact, why don't we just go ahead and do the Earth? Then, when we come back from the Urkel, go ahead and take you on a little spin for some combat. Alright, the F7c Hornet Mk II. Here's the Urkel. We got, starting with the weapons, we got 2 size 4 rhinos already attached on the wings. On the nose, we have a size 3 mount where we could fit something like a panther, or anything that's size 3 really. Or you can put a gimbal on there and make it a size 2. And have a little bit of an extra assistance on one of the guns. We also have a size 5 turret mount thingy that kind of fits a specialized turret for the Hornet series. I believe this one is also specific to the Mk II. Yeah, it's supposed to be anyway. There is a way to like fit something with the Mk I on there, but you're not supposed to be able to do it, and it actually like sticks out the bubble of the shield, so you don't really want to do it anyway. But I'm not going to get too far into that anyway, because I don't really know too much about it. The ship just came out, man. I'm going to let the game sort that out first before I get too in-depth there. But moving on from the weapons, we can go on to the missile rack, and we have 2 size 3 missile racks, which gives us access to 4 size 1 marksmans, which are already attached, well, installed. But of course, that also means that you could have 2 size 2s, or, well, actually, 2 size 2s per missile rack, or 1 size 3 per missile rack. Onto the quantum drive, we have a size 1 EOS civilian grade C, goes about 138,544 kilometers per second. It's pretty slow. It goes pretty far. It's pretty slow. Our tank's not great, but it's not the end of the world. EOS helps with that. Try to put something a little bit faster on here. You're going to be refueling a few times. Moving on to the shields, we have 2 size 1 all-stop military grade C shields, giving us 1,500 hit points each. It is a bubble shield if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is, which means that it's 3,000 total hit points. Power plant, 2 size 1 Regulus power plants, military grade C as well, 4,000 power per second. We're only using about 1,245, so we're doing pretty well. So that's 1,245 out of 8,000 power per second. Yeah, we're doing great. We got plenty of power. We could probably slap even more lasers on the mounts for the weapons and still have plenty of power to fly. Can't believe I'm saying that about Hornet, but I am. Cooler, or coolers. We have 2 size 1 bracers. They are also military grade C, and they do 260,000 cooling per second each. Now the F7c Hornet Mk II. It is a medium fighter, career combat. Size 2 ship, crew size of you, has a hit point or body hit points of 4,600, nose hit points of 3,800, totaling of 333,905. Math. Our SCM speed is 210 meters per second. Our max speed, which you will only ever reach in space, is 1,229 meters per second. Our hydrogen capacity is 160,000, which actually isn't too bad. You can fly for a pretty decent amount of time in this thing before you actually need to go and refuel. Fortunately, the quantum fuel capacity, depending on what you do about the quantum drive, that 600 ain't going to take you too far all the time. Now, it's not exactly available in game yet for sale, which it will eventually be, I'm sure. but at the moment you can buy it, but you have to use real money. It costs 160 bucks for a war bond, where you got either the original paint job or you can use the iron scale paint. The war bond, you can buy it, but you have to actually use real money. Or if you want to use store credit and spend a little bit more, you can get it for 175 bucks, and that's only about 50 bucks more than the original Mark 1. And I'm looking at it here, even though you won't really be able to see it because I'm not going to bother with getting a example, but answering the question I had earlier, as far as the max speed is concerned, the Hornet Mark 1 and the Hornet Mark II have the same max speed of 1229 meters per second, but the SCM speed for the Mark II is 210 meters per second, and the F7c Hornet Mark I is only 182 meters per second. Alright, Chad Galloway. I've come to collect your soul.
Okay. Okay.
There he is. Is it a 350R? You gonna shoot back? Hey, buddy. Hey, what's up? You're kind of under arrest. Uh-oh. Who's shooting at me? And why is that still trying to hit me? Okay, let me just go ahead and take this guy out real quick. Since they don't want to do anything. Hey, buddy. I'm back. Now for the other guy, who's being really annoying. You. Death. Good night. Alright, let's go get one more of those. Okay, let's go get gas first, I guess. Aha, that works. Put the sun down there. And let's hope for the best on not dying. Stevie Ishiguro.
Your soul is mine.
Well, nothing on radar yet. Where you at, buddy? Uh-oh.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, there's one of your friends. Let's go ahead and feed him a missile. Or two. Those missiles didn't hit you, did they? Got me in a situation where I'm trying to fly all extra careful. Hate this. Ow. Well, didn't exactly plan to do either of those things. I think you ran into me too. That's fine. Bastard. Was it another 350R? What is it? No, it's a 315p. Alright, so, well, we had a ship-on-ship collision, so we got that part of the test out of the way, but let's go ahead and get the good impact test out of the way. How's it gonna do? I think we all know the answer to this. But it doesn't matter. Because I'm doing it anyway. It's happening. It's what I do. It's a thing. And it will never, ever end. As long as I'm still doing this series. Which is, I know, I'm not doing them as often. But hey, they're still coming out with new ships, so. Anyhow. The hell? Did I really survive that? Oh, I know how. The speed limiter was on. Let's try that again. In this direction. It's gonna take a little less time. Alright, well, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and come back for more. Somehow I'm invincible. There we go. Bye.